definitely highlighting the southeast because this morning we are waking up to temperatures in the 60s and 70s from Birmingham all the way over to Tallahassee. Augusta, you all are waking up to about 61 degrees, 65 this morning in Charleston with some pockets of heavy rain coming down. That's why we're showing you that shot of Folly Beach, South Carolina. And wow, look at that lightning. Ari, I know that you love a good severe storm, and that's a good looking storm.
I was going into Slack right now because I was going to ask Alex if we can just take that full to open up my forecast.
I mean, it's a great looking shot.
There it is. Look at that.
All right, let's see if we can actually capture an intense
That's a nasty line of storms. There was actually a report of some street flooding in Charleston from that.
I mean, no surprise, really. I'll go back to radar just to hone in on that area. But I mean, it is really kind of pretty much right on cue with what we would expect this time of morning as we've been tracking this line of storms over the last several hours. So yeah, it really is. I mean, Charleston 65, zooming down. I mean, you really get the gist of what's been happening over the last few hours. So again, this morning, grab your umbrella as you head out the door to maybe Sunday's church services, or you're taking mom to breakfast or brunch. She deserves it, or your wife, all the moms in your life, make sure that they're feeling the love today. Unfortunately, though, in the south, it is going to be soggy. So again, today and even into tomorrow and over the next several days, Ari, it's going to be really soggy.
There's a lot of rain on tap. We do need this rain in some areas, especially places like Florida. There's more rain on tap for Florida today, but the gradual trend is that it all kind of moves up toward the northeast. The Carolinas get in on the mix. Obviously, we got that line of storms moving through that area right now. I'm just looking at some of the storm reports here. Kendall, several streets closed in downtown Charleston. Let's see. Several streets reported flooded in downtown Charleston. You get the idea. It's a spot that tends to flood a little bit easily. That video we were looking at out of Folly Beach, the worst of the storm is actually through there right now, but the camera's looking out toward the ocean, so you're seeing the storm pulling away. But I'm sure we'll have more rounds of rain throughout the day and over the next few days, too.
Yeah, so a good 2 to 3 inches. Some spots even 3 to 5 inches now through Wednesday. And when you're looking at the soil moisture, there are definitely areas where we really need to see it more than others. So again, Georgia all the way up into the Carolinas. And this is exactly the area of the country where we are going to see the majority of the heaviest rain. So again, it's kind of a double-edged sword when you think about this and you're like, okay, the soil moisture, it's dry, right? We're dealing with drought. You would think that, potentially flooding wouldn't be a concern. Well, that's actually the opposite situation.
You can't win.
You can't win. It's almost counterintuitive because oftentimes when you're dealing with drought, it ends in flooding situations.
Right. I mean, look, if the ground is soaked, it can't hold much more water and you end up with flooding. If the ground is super dry, it kind of behaves like concrete and the water just runs off. It takes a while for it to soak in. So yeah, either way, you end up with some flooding. It's tough to get out of a drought without at least some flooding.
Exactly. So again, here's a look at that rain total graphic in terms of over the next several days. Most of the state of North Carolina, I just want to pause and show this. I mean, even into, unfortunately, the western side of the state, which is, of course, you think back to Hurricane Helene and the devastation that was caused back in the fall. A lot of these communities are still recovering from the horrific flooding. And so to see an additional 3 to 5, maybe even 5 to 8 inches, that's not a good situation. Meanwhile, we also a little further down south have some active flood alerts this morning that we're waking up to. So just be on the lookout for areas of ponding and or rushing water, places like Tallahassee, Dothan, Alabama, Valdosta. I hear your
I'm sorry.
Behind the scenes.
We hit the jackpot with the cameras here this morning. Isle of Palms, another great shot. I mean, it almost looks like a shelf cloud, but that wouldn't really make sense because the storm is moving away.
Yeah.
It's just a really cool shot there.
I love to see it. And so, again, just probably hold off on those outdoor plans if you live in any of these areas because, of course, it's a little too dangerous to be outside when a thunderstorm is close.
Yeah, we got a lot of thunder and lightning in these storms, too.